Hello, lovely people. It's Cara here, and I am so mad. And my question this week is, are you ready to party? I have had the most special week, and I am prepping to party, or have been prepping to party, and I am partying in the future. So, how lovely is that? It's all circled around friendship, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. Uh, I've been sewing up a storm, honestly, and the two parties I have to talk to you about today was one was a sewing weekender, sort of a sewing party, if you like, of 10 lovely ladies, and I'm going to be sharing a few details of that with you today, but also the amazing Pogonip party that is being hosted over on Instagram for a big reveal date on the 29th of February, and that is being run by the lovely Christine from Gemini Stitches. So thank you, Christine, for rallying us all together and getting us to talk about our pogo nips. I will start with that if that's okay. So the pogo nip, let me put the stock photo in here, is one of the latest patterns from the Friday Pattern Company. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I don't know, I probably could buy one of those in Mountain Warehouse or, I don't know, Millets or something, both of which are sort of, I don't know, outdoor clothes shops, if you like, here in England. And then I thought to myself, I saw a few versions. I saw Rachel from the French Scenes, and I saw this lovely Sarah from Sarah Style, to name but a few. And then Christine reached out on a sort of website, a Facebook group that we're on, and said, would anyone like to get involved? And you know, this year my premise is friendship, happiness, sewing, and collaborations. And wow, this one just the whole lot in one. So the pogo nip is a very simple, well, actually deceptively simple looking top, and it's got the lovely button placket. It's got two welt pockets in here, and then on the back it's got a very clever sort of built-in pocket, if you like, that you could literally fold it all in and take it on a hike. You can make the pogo nip in more or less anything, it would seem. So one of the fabrics they've used is a fabric godmother. I think it's a crepe fabric, but I've also seen them made in French terry. I've seen them made in denim, cotton, basically anything that you could fold in on itself. And so when the Legend Textiles haul turned up just a couple of weeks ago, in it, I hope you remember, was a black quilted fabric that I thought would be perfect for the pogo nip. The pogo nip is very size inclusive, and part of this is to encourage you to go over to the Friday Pattern Company website and check out the details, but it is size inclusive. I won't leave you the details here, but I know that there is a size that is going to suit a wide variety, you know, the range of people, which is amazing. And so when I was just talking about the fabric, when this fabric turned up, which is a very lightweight, sort of pre-quilted, yeah, you can just about see the pre-quilting on there. I thought that would be perfect. I don't wear a lot of solid black, although I have been featured in black very recently, but I thought it's thin enough that would be fine. And then both Sarah and Rachel had said, try not to have fabric that's too thick, because the very clever construction of the welt pockets, it's actually a lined bottom section. So if you end up having, you've got the front obviously of your top, then you've got your pockets, and then you've got the lining, that could be quite thick, and I thought this would be fine. So I took the pogo nip with me on our sewing weekender, and the lovely Sarah was there, and she's already made two pogo nips. So we did a sort of an exchange of knowledge, if you like. She was busy making the soliflor from Maison Fauve, and I tackled the pogo nip. So the idea of the pogo nip party is actually to do a big reveal over on Instagram on the 29th of February, which this year is leap year, so there isn't normally a 29th. I guess that's how it works. That's going to be the big reveal day, and Christine and a number of other vloggers have worked hard in getting some prizes, which I imagine are going to be randomly drawn from those that post over on Instagram on the 29th of February. Tag in Christine as well. Now I'll leave a link to Christine's either Instagram page or her YouTube page so that you can go over and find all of the details of that. But there is also a playlist of all the vloggers that are getting involved in making the Pogonip. Now I will say, if the Pogonip isn't for you and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to watch all those Pogonip vlogs, never fear, because I think the Pogonip is going to slice into different types of videos. And the idea of having a Pogonip party is that you, as our viewers, get to hear about different vloggers, and you get to see the Pogonips in a whole variety of different fabrics, shapes, sizes, combinations, thought processes, hacks, you name it. There's going to be something for everyone, and I'm really honoured and delighted to be part of that Pogonip party. So I will share with you my first Pogonip, and now this won't be my entry into the Pogonip party itself, because I fully intend to make another one by the end of February. If I don't, however, that's okay, and let me share this with you anyway, because I've just spotted a thread on here. Never mind. Because I want to share with you what the Pogonip is like, the sewing process, etc., so that you get a chance to make your own before the 29th of February. And it's about the 6th of February today, I think, so I've literally today on day off, and just got back last night from the sewing weekender. Wow, what a brilliant time. I will share more of that with you in a little while. So here is my Pogonip, made out of that quilted fabric. It's probably easier if I pop it on, actually. Shall I pop it on, and then I'll show you what it looks like and talk you through the process. So here we are. Here is my Pogonip. Now let me just caveat that I did not make my life very easy. This fabric turned out to be a nightmare, and all weekend, or no, I'll say all weekend, in the few hours it took me to make this, a number of the girls were saying, are you ever going to see the Pogonip again? I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. But this fabric just wasn't the right fabric for this project. It's very polyester, which is nothing wrong with that. I knew that was the case, but it doesn't hold a crease. You can't really iron it, and therefore, when it comes to some of the intricate details of making the button placket, I was literally hold and sew. The other thing I found, which is so curious and has not really happened to me very many times, is that it wouldn't stay together. So on something like this, where you've got a folded under edge and then you sew it down, or where you've got the bottom band here and then you sort of fold the bottom band, don't you, and then sew it right sides together. Every time I turned it back out, one half of the fabric had jumped out. So I ended up going back over and over seams, which I think, not that you'll be able to see this, but it basically means here is a horrible bumpy line. This isn't as straight as it could be, and so when it's out on reveal like this, these edges are not really as good as I could make them. It's got this lovely long button placket here. I think you can see that. I didn't put poppers or anything on mine, mostly because I think I'm just going to wear it open like this anyway. And I had hand stitch this, but proof how bumpy this fabric, difficult this fabric is, those hand stitches have come out already. I adapted mine, not adapted, basically I put it on, and the sleeves were quite long on me, and I hadn't taken the cuff. I think it's meant to be a cuff, so I just turned the edge over, overlocked, turned the edge over, and added elastic into the cuffs, which I really like. And then if I go backwards a little bit, you can see here sort of elastic casing on the bottom, which does this really nice blousing over thing. And then you've got welt pockets, which is great. And as I say, this is fully lined inside, which is really nice. Just this bottom part is fully lined. Again, I don't want to show you the detail on the pocket here. Oh, sorry, microphone, because it's not my finest work. But that's okay. I knew it was going to be a toile. I'm really finished. I'm really pleased with the overall style of the top. I made a size large, which fit my measurements beautifully. I'll put my measurements on the screen here now so that you can gauge how that works for you. But as with all the Friday Pattern Company, the instructions were absolutely superb. I did take this ready to cut. I had you put interfacing. I can't remember what you put interfacing actually. Oh, interfacing on the welt pockets, and you're meant to interface the button placket, but I'd forgotten that, which is why this is a little floppier than it would be. As I say, I wouldn't make this again in this style of fabric. However, I would definitely make it again in a lovely jersey, a French terry, a thick jersey, sorry, maybe a Pontoroma, something like that. And in my fabric stash, I have got the most beautiful piece of fabric that I'm going to make a Pogonip for the big reveal. But I actually quite like the open neck here. You know, I'm a fan of an open neck, but I know in other cases you'll see it done up, which again is absolutely fine. So there's lots of variety to be had there. Really is a super super make. So and I actually wore this home yesterday. Yeah, testament to how much I enjoyed it. So that's the Pogonip party. And then the other party I wanted to talk about, it was really a party of sewists at the weekend. And I've decided I don't want to share the other people's makes because there was 10 fabulous people there. I did, in the end, take a lot of photographs of my friends in their creations, and a lot of them are vloggers or Instagrammers, and so I'm going to leave it to them to share their own creations. If I pop up in their pictures, that's absolutely fine, but I we were all talking about just how wonderful the weekend was. Let me share with you, this was us at dinner. I think this was on Saturday night, and this was just yeah, it was a fully catered sewing venue, which was awesome. And we just had the best time. I will leave a link below to everybody's channels that was there. And it was truly wonderful to meet all of these people in person. You kind of feel like you know everyone because you've watched them all the time. So Adele and Beck and Claire and Sarah and Michelle, Katie from Whatever Katie Sews, and then we had some people I'd not met so much. So Stacey, who's the Notions of a Dressmaker, lovely Terry, who was the crafty Welsh one over on Instagram, and then we had Nadia from Sew with Nadia. I'm not sure I got her title right, but I'll make sure I leave a link in the description box below. And I genuinely watch all of the ladies that have content out on YouTube or Instagram. But to be in a room full of them for the last 3 days has just been magical. But prior to that, I was sewing up a storm in order to be comfortable for the weekend. And even then, I didn't take everything I've made. So let me just, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the different tops and let me show you what I made in order to be ready for the sewing weekender. My love affair with the LB pullover continues. I think this must be the third one I've made, and I said I was going to make this, and I generally, when I'm making plans, do exactly what I say I'm going to do. So this is the LB pullover by Paper Theory. It's got to be 4 or 5 of these I've made now, and I've just made some very simple joggers. If I stand up, I think you can see. Whoops, sorry, crashing into various things. Just very simple joggers. Yeah, you don't need to see those particularly, but it's the co-award set. It's actually quite funny because it's the thickest fabric I've worked with in a long time. It's beautifully soft, brushed on the back. And I had a vision of the weekend of being a little bit chilly, so I want to be nice and toasty. And I knew there was going to be 10 ladies. What I didn't know is that this amazing barn had underfloor heating, and I was as hot as anything. So although I took all these lovely clothes, I literally stayed in my pajamas for a huge amount of the time, and actually ended up wearing some of the tops I made because they were thinner. So that was quite funny. So I didn't actually end up wearing this very often. I just thought I would be toasty and warm. Now the LB has this this lovely neckline, which you can either fold down like that or have up as well. I made another one, so let me show you that one now. And as you'll know, this is the fabric that I got from in the fabric haul from Legend Textiles. So I'm definitely a sewer that doesn't like to have fabric languishing in my stash for too long. It was quite interesting to make the LB out of this one because it's a lot more drapey. So as you can see, the neckline here does its own thing, or actually what I quite like with this one is doing the same fold. And I did the faux cuff on this top as well, and I just tucked it under at the bottom. But let me show you that one as well. So yeah, just still got it on with the same bottom, but just a lovely drapey, easy to wear pullover. And the irony is I didn't take this one because I thought this might be too thin, but I wish I had, because it would have been absolutely perfect for the weekend. And then I had enough left over of this fabric to make another jumper. So let me share that one with you now. So here we are, the final make of the week. Oh my word, I have made so many things, haven't I? Honestly. So that's the LB in red, the LB in cream, this top, a pair of walk boldly trousers, which I'm just about to take you through, and what else have I made? I made the grey, grey walk boldly trousers before I went away. So a lot of makes. But before I take you through this top, I'm just going to slice in a bit of video here from the Sewing Weekender. Now, it is very, very windy, so bear with, but I wanted you to see this beautiful countryside. I'll be back on a second. Hi everybody, so here I am deep into the sewing retreat, which is fantastic fun, having an amazing time. I just wanted to share with you some of these amazing views. I am indeed. There you go, ladies in the hot tub, so it's heads only, it's all fine ladies. No boobs in show, Adele, it's all fine, it's all decent, it's a family show, I promise. So it's alright, it's not front facing, it's rear facing. But look at that view, isn't it absolutely heavenly? Just amazing. So lots of sewing going on, which is fabulous. Yeah, just phenomenal pace. I hope you can hear me okay because it's super, super windy, but glorious. Oh, wasn't the views absolutely glorious? And I promise, Claire and Adele, you can't see anything other than your heads in the hot tub. But we did spend a lot of the time in the hot tub, which was magical. I also need to slice in a picture of my wonderful roomie. So this is Sarah from So Sarah Style. It was lovely to spend time with Sarah, and she was very kind. She said that my snoring wasn't, she couldn't hear my snoring. My husband disagrees, but she was wearing earplugs, as was I. But oh, honestly, we had the best time. Can I just also say I apologise for some of the sound quality. Now, obviously, the wind I can't do anything about, but I realise I've actually filmed this part of the video twice because I realised that the sound quality just wasn't good enough on the video yesterday. And I know when I'm talking you through my Pogonip that you can hardly hear me at all, so I'm really sorry. I wish that I had the ability to replace microphones and telephones and phones and things like that, but not at the moment. Particularly as I had a heavy heart this morning because we're about to take our beautiful dog, or I'm about to take our beautiful dog Lara, who is 13. She's going in for major surgery this morning. And generally speaking, when you use the word major surgery, when it's anything to do with the vets, there's a major bill there too. But I do promise you, in the background, I am trying to think of ways to improve my sound quality, because I know it's variable and it bugs me just as much as it bugs you. So please don't pick on me. I know that it's I know that it's not as good as it should be. So apologies about that. But let's get back to the sewing. The final make of the week, and this is the Grasser 727. I absolutely adore this top. I have made it several times. Let me slice in a photo of a previous version, and you'll see in this picture it's a bit tight across the testicles. One, because it's I've just changed shape, I guess, and two, the fabric didn't have enough stretch in it. So this time I've actually really roughly graded the top to make it bigger. It generally comes with cuffs, which I didn't do. I literally used the length of the cuff to extend the arm and then folded it back with my faux cuff, like you can see here. And then on the waistband, I extended down the waistband here by the length, extended down the pattern piece by the length of the waistband and just turned it up. So I've got a nice deep hem, but it doesn't give it that tucked in, tight feeling. So I'm really pleased. It's a little bit not graded properly and stuff, and maybe I need to iron it a bit more, but I love it. And when I turned up at the venue on Friday, this was what I was wearing with my Walk Boldly trousers. I will just put some footage in here, so I've just taken the footage. So yesterday I didn't have any footage of this outfit, so at least that's something to be said for re-recording today. So you can see it here. And also I've got on the Walk Boldly trousers, which again, it was lovely, lovely for people to see the outfits we all choose to wear. And the ladies were saying at the sewing weekend, oh, I thought about the Walk Boldly, but I wasn't sure if they were going to be too wide. But they really liked them on me, and they all wanted to have a go at making them, sort of thing. So these are the black, this is a black Pontaroma from Legend Textiles, as is this fabric. And you can see that I really don't let fabric languish in my stash for very long. Over the course of the weekend, we were having chats about the size of our fabric stash, and I've still got probably less than 20 pieces of fabric there, even with the fabric haul from Legend Textiles. But that's because I turn it into clothes. So yeah, what I don't make up for in a fabric stash, I definitely make up for in a number of clothes, which was excellent fun. But I love these trousers. They are so comfortable. And don't forget to head over to Legend Textiles because their website is just full of amazing fabric, and it changes all of the time. To tell you what I've got coming up, which is really exciting, and my friendship circle continues to grow. I've got a lovely collaboration going on with Jen from One Gal Creates, Julie from Julie Sews Her Own Clothes here on YouTube, and then Granny Linda Sews, who is the wonderful Linda, over on Instagram. We are working on the aisle jeans together, which is what I'm making today. Cannot wait to get started on that. And then I've got a lovely collaboration coming up with Rachel from Stitched Up, and we're going to be sewing some tops together, or a top or a sew together, which is very exciting. That may well be my next video, I'm not sure. But also I want to do a dedicated video to my next Maison Fauve projects because they've been very kind and sent me some new projects to work on, but I also did an order with a gift voucher that my husband gave me. So they also very kindly given me a birthday present, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you. They sent me some lovely patterns and things. So very, very cool, very kind. And lots of content to come. So please bear with me on the sound quality. Hopefully I will get that nailed at some stage. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and pop a comment in the box below. I'd love to hear from you. Please don't beat me up about my sound. I know it's not great. And don't forget, subscribe. It is completely free to subscribe. 50% of you are watching who are not subscribed. Do not fear, it doesn't cost you anything, you're not tied into anything, and the only choice you have to make is what device to watch YouTube on, and obviously the content you choose, which hopefully is mine. But it's completely free and you're not signed into anything, and you can just unsubscribe from YouTube at any time, and also unsubscribe from any viewers viewing at any time. But not me. Oh, I nearly choked myself thinking about the fact that you might unsubscribe yourself. Oh, that would not be good at all. So have a lovely week, everybody. I hope you got some lovely sewing planned, and I look forward to catching up with you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.